Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how to remember vocabulary. And that is very difficult. It's a very difficult conversation. I'm sorry, sit down, grab yourself a cup of tea. We need it. Anyway, you have probably noticed that if you read about lots of different things, or if you are hearing about lots of different things, different topics, you will be hearing different words, right? So if you're watching Grey's Anatomy, you're going to be hearing words that will be different to if you're watching Suits, or if you're watching Virgin River, or if you're watching And Just Like That, and so on. Whatever you watch will give you a different type of vocabulary, especially if we're talking about a different topic altogether. Altogether means completely, okay? If we're talking about a different topic altogether, supposedly you love watching things about animals and you're watching this documentary on Discovery about wild animals. That's one topic. And if somebody else then loves psychology and it's watching Brené Brown, that's different vocabulary. So different topics, different types of words, different words altogether. That's brilliant. And yes, we should be trying to expose ourselves to lots of different types of content because we want to be learning new words. But then there's something that happens to absolutely everyone learning a language, me, you, and everybody else, which is we are exposed to lots of different words all the time and we're thinking, okay, this is exciting, I'm going to be learning lots of things, and then we realize we're not actually learning many things at all. So the fact that you're exposed to lots of different words constantly does not mean you're learning those words. And this is what this video is about. Grab yourself a pen and a piece of paper and write down some important things I'm here to tell you today. Number one, if you want to remember words, you need to be exposed to the same word more than once or twice or 3 times. Yes, learning is about repetition. And when I say repetition, it's not, oh, lovely, Patricia just said the word altogether. That's a really good word I didn't know. Okay, so maybe tomorrow I'm going to read that word again. I'm going to write it on a piece of paper. I'm going to read it again. And that's it. Done. No, 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 no. More than once on different days, more than twice, and more than 3 times. Yeah? So the more you see that word, the more likely you are to remember that word. The more likely. This means you have more chance, okay? The more likely you are to remember that word. That's the first thing. I'm going to recommend a very simple yet extremely effective way for you to be looking at the word you want to remember from different sources. So a visual content, a video, which is amazing. That way you're learning more about the sound of the word and all of that. And also some sort of reading material, which is important. Let's go with the word altogether. That's the word you want to learn, okay? So you're going to Google that word. You're going to type altogether in sentences on Google search. And you're going to find lots of different sources, lots of different websites using the word altogether in the text, in the sentence. And you're going to get your notebook and you're going to choose 3 sentences that you find that really catch your attention, that you think, this sentence is very simple. If it's simple, it makes me remember the meaning. So, I forgot to mention something. Something very important if you want to remember vocabulary. You have to remember the meaning of the word. So that's the first step. It's really understanding the meaning of that word and remembering the meaning of that word before you're worried about using that word yourself, okay? Fair enough, let's move on. So you write down 3 sentences using that word that are using the word in a very simple way where the meaning is very clear to you. Brilliant, you'll do that. And then you're going to do something else. you're going to go to a website called Youglish. I love that website. It's YouTube for English. So you type the word that you want to look for, and the website is going to find videos on YouTube where they're using that word. So you can see the word being used in a video, and that is amazing. And you can select whether you want the UK accent or the American accent and so on. So choose the one you want. If you're watching me here, it might be the UK pronunciation for you. So you click on UK and it's going to show you exactly that part of the video where they're using that word. This is not an ad, okay? I'm just recording this video to help you. I'm not getting paid to say this, okay? In fact, I've never done any sort of paid promotion, ever. You will find 3 videos. Hopefully you're going to find 3. Usually there's a lot more than 3. And you're going to write down the sentences, 3 sentences from those videos that you like using that word. Sentences that, again, make the meaning very clear to you. So in total, you've got yourself 6 sentences, don't you? Brilliant. You're going to dedicate a few days to the word altogether. And this is one of the big problems when it comes to remembering vocabulary. It's that we have no time to waste. You know, we want to learn quickly, we want to move fast, but that's not how learning actually happens. It's not fast. And there isn't a lot you can do to make it fast. You see what I mean? So just go with the natural flow of learning, which is slow and consistent with lots and lots of repetition. So give yourself a few days to look at the word altogether. You've got your sentences down. You're going to write them down on separate post-its. And the next day you're going to look at your post-its. You're going to say those sentences aloud. You want to be saying those sentences with the word altogether. Okay? After you've done enough of that for 1 or 2 days, you can then try to write your own sentence with the new word. Use a structure that is already in one of the examples that you got. So don't be super adventurous. Oh, I'm going to write my own sentence and it's going to be so cool. No, don't do that, because then you're probably going to get it wrong. So use the structure from one of the examples that you found, and you write something that you have created based on something else. After a few days, when you start to feel that maybe altogether is a word that you know now, you're going to start noticing that you will hear the word altogether and that you will see the word altogether if you're reading. And it might make you think, I don't know what's happening here. I've never noticed that word before. I've never seen that word before. It was always there. It's the same thing that happens if I say to you, my friend drives a purple car. And you're thinking, I've never seen a purple car before. Next thing you know, you'll see a purple car. It's the same with a new word, okay? So start to notice, write this down, start to notice the new word. Be listening very actively and reading very attentively, that you will be able to spot that word from different types of content, and that is going to be something that makes the word, again, part of your own vocabulary. You'll notice the word, that moment that you go, ooh, that's the word again. Your brain is reminding itself that the word exists, and it's almost like it's scanning through the examples that you got, the 6 sentences that you got previously a few days back, or maybe a month or whatever, a week before. So listening actively and paying attention is part of remembering a new word. The most important thing I have to tell you today is don't be frustrated trying to remember something quickly. Oh, I know the word, I know the meaning, but I cannot use that word. It's okay. You need your own time to be able to feel ready and safe to use that word. It might just be that your grammar, your overall knowledge of how English comes together is not good enough yet for that word to come into it, and that's absolutely fine. So you keep on listening, you keep on being exposed as much as possible until before you know it, you'll catch yourself using the word, and that's a really exciting moment. I love when it happens. Okay, I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, let me know in the comments, okay? See you all next time. Thank you for being here.